Hello everybody, welcome back to BareRose Garage here. Hey, let's take a water pump off of a big block Ford. That's something that you don't see very often, probably because it's pretty doggone simple. Let's get to it. All she is a 9/16, which again is the reason I love these old girls. Doesn't take a whole lot of different sizes to get the job done. Pretty much with a handful of sockets and a wrench, you can get everything done. Now the water pump casing back cover, or timing chain cover, sorry. The timing chain cover back here is aluminum. So I'm doing it by hand here so I can feel it. Especially when you got two different metals, you know, because the block is cast, the water pump is cast, and then you got aluminum in the middle. So they don't like to jive together. So I like to take them apart by hand. Like everything else, I know it's what I do, but it keeps her from stripping them out. Because the last thing I want to do is to hurt that timing chain cover. And again, because it's a Ford. Now a Chevy timing chain cover is just a chunk of steel. They're nothing to them. They don't do anything else but cover the timing chain cover. On the Ford, there's quite a bit going on. And now I need that little extension. Let's go ahead and use this one. It's always good to have your tools right handy, and especially when you're filming, so you don't have any of that, what do they call it, dead time. Yeah, dead time. Dead air, we got dead air. Okay, they feel good now. Now that they're all broke loose, they feel good. If you want, you can go ahead and keep using the hand. But now that I know that they feel good, the threads are fine, we'll go ahead and walk them out. Now again, this electric ratchet doesn't have a whole lot of torque. Well, that one's one I missed. So when you hit the button, see, it won't break it loose. All it is just an electric speed wrench. That's all this thing is. And it's made that way to help keep you from breaking stuff. Stripping threads. That one's a little tight in there. Might have to do this one by hand. Oh, she broke loose. Son of a gun. That's what I was trying to avoid right there. But yeah, that one was real bad. I should have been using the hand one on that, and that wouldn't have happened.
But for the sake of camera and for time, I was trying to speed it up, and yep, now I got one to fix. Okay.
They're super long because they got to go through this little bit of metal, go all the way through that aluminum, and plug it on the other side to the block. So they're 5 miles long.
A little short nose on the top. The long ones don't. The long ones don't. You gonna let me do it?
And there's a water pump. Actually, that feels pretty good. Now, on a Ford, a lot of times you'll have overheating problems. They won't circulate really well, but the water pump looks good. So you think, oh crap, I need another water pump to get it pumping again. Well, there's a secret here. This little piece right here is actually a piece of tin, real thin metal, that separates the impaler on the water pump. See, this is what pumps your water. And then they got this real thin little piece of sheet metal cover that goes in here that seals that impaler right here to pump the water. A lot of times this will rot out. You'll get rust holes in here and stuff, and it won't pump the water like it's supposed to because it's letting it go back in this way. Here, I'll pop this off and I'll show you what's behind it here. This is a real common piece to fail on a Ford. There we go. See, and it'll let all that water right down inside of here. Looks like it was a leaking too. So it's a good thing I did that. Get all that crud out of there. And you can see how it cakes up in there. In fact, I'll check this one for leaks. Any Ford 302's got this, just a common piece on a Ford to fail. But this one looks like it's in pretty good shape. And like I said, when they fail, it'll rust through here and it'll fill this cavity in here, and then it can't circulate the water around. And you can see there, yeah, that's more stop leak additive. What that is the dipstick tube. So you can drill this out and drop your dipstick in. That feels clean. That feels pretty clean. But anyway, whenever you do a water pump on a Ford, make sure you check this piece, make sure it's good. That feels pretty good. Now just finish it off with a razor blade. So that's how you take a water pump off of a Ford. Another good sound piece of advice, you've seen how some of those bolts were smaller and longer and stuff like that. As soon as you get the water pump off and you know you ain't gonna get to it for a little while, set it down on something and drop the bolts back in where they were. And then you'll have a reference point on where everything went. Okay, so meantime, get out there, get some metal hot, and we'll catch you on the next one.